Hey guys, I'm Slushy the Slayer. Welcome back to another episode of Ark Survival Evolved Unofficial PvP. In this episode, I'd like to show you our second base on the center map when we played on the Xeon server. This base was in the bear cave that's closest to the lava island in the north. It's located at about 30-60 on the map, as you can see there. This was our starting base, and we chose this base because it's really close to the Underworld, where we actually wanted to build our main base. But also it's really defendable, and it is quite a lot of space inside. But in the end, we didn't do a lot of things in here. This whole base was actually built by one person, Mr. Skatan, so all credits to him. Some of the cool things that he did in this base is he built upstairs to allow for space underneath for things like larger dinos and also a lot more for defenses. So the video basically starts where I spawn inside the base up top at the back of the base, and I will then walk all the way out and then all the way back in again, so you can get a good feeling of what actually was used. He used glass throughout so that you could see out but not in, and those larger structures are also stronger. So here at the main base area where the crafting area is, there was a lot of turrets, and that is then followed by a lot of defensive structures all the way to the entrance. So the difficulty with this base is that at the beginning, when you don't have tech yet, you can't bring dinos in unless you bring your egg in, you breed them out there. They would be really safe if you breed the dinos inside, but you will have to take your eggs outside and then go out. But once you have tech, you can teleport outside or use a tech transmitter or something to get your dinos in and out of this base. You can see they also use plant eggs. Some of the plant eggs around the base is armored plant eggs. And the whole base is powered by a generator that's situated under these vaults. So all the way throughout the base, there was vaults placed above thatched ceilings, and this was to annoy raiders. When they will blow through something, they will destroy the thatch roof, and the vaults will drop, and they'll have to destroy that before they can get to the generator or through the doors and so on. Most of these walls are actually double walls, and he also used Brontos inside these areas that were overloaded but also placed on aggressive, and they were positioned so that they can swipe with their tails towards the oncoming attackers. You can see this is one of the Wall of Deaths with lots and lots of turrets on it. The attackers would actually have to drain all these turrets before they can get in. But yeah, it's really difficult to do that with players and shields and things like that. So these turret towers uses the extra large walls that you get in S+, and they're really strong because they are, I think, 10 or 12 walls high. So you have to destroy 10 or 12 walls before you can actually bring the thing down. That's just another Wall of Death. So you see all the thatched ceilings in this area that's got at least one vault on top of it. Here's just another cavity area with lots of turrets, and this is the point where you have to crawl underneath a ledge here. There's at least 15 vaults in this area here that attackers would have to blow through to get in, and that's just to annoy and use sub C4 and prevent them from getting in. On the outside, we just had a simple dino pen. Like I said, this was our starting base. Our crafting area was outside here, and we bred some dinos here. And when the PvP started on the server, we just moved all our dinos to the Underworld. We had a few little turret towers at the top, but we couldn't do a lot of them because we weren't allowed to place turret towers that might obstruct people from farming the metal in the area. But this is actually a perfect base for a medium or small to medium tribe because it's super secure. I've seen tribes of 15 people attack this base, and with only 2 or 3 defenders held them off right at this spot. They didn't even get any further. All the cabling and water piping was done underground, so you don't see it. And as you can see, main base is actually upstairs, so that allows for more space at the bottom. The great thing is once you have a base like this, you don't have to worry about the attackers so much. If you're online, they will probably not get in. You can hold off a much bigger tribe in a base like this. But then you can focus on things like PvPing and raiding other people, and your loot is secure. So this is the inside of the base. You can see there's just a few crafting stations, typical things you would see. Because it's S+, everything doesn't have to be close together. There's lots of vaults, it's got resources inside, and you can pull things from these vaults and from all the crafting stations and things. We have some beds, and there's a double storage to provide just for more space, and so on. So this is the very top of the base. As long as you have foundations at the bottom on the floor, you can build this whole top area, but as soon as they destroy the foundations at the bottom, this top one will also be destroyed. So that's it from me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I can't believe that I actually made that jump, but I hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and maybe this will help somebody to build in this area. This is definitely a sought after position if you have a cluster of maps and a very secure location to start from. Anyway, have a great day, guys. Cheers.